Hey guys, welcome back to Demon Souls. In the last part, we embarrassingly fought Old Monk, made a little bit of progress into this world here, World 4-2, and in this part, we're going to be exploring the rest of it. But I believe I am getting invaded as we speak. I am in human form, but no matter. If we are invaded, we will just deal with it as the invasion comes. And if we die a bunch, oh well. I hope not, though. I would not like to die. So yeah, this ledge here is kind of annoying because these two skeletons will roll up and attack you as soon as you come down this little slope here. And you also have the archer attacking you and the stingrays attacking you. You can actually kill these stingrays if you use a bow or a magic spell. Unfortunately, I don't have the means to kill them. I take my armor off. There we go. Fucking stop hitting me, bitch. Alright, we're actually gonna equip the Thief Ring for the rest of this area. Because the Thief Ring is going to be very useful for the rest of this area. And you don't even really have to fight those two gold skeletons. Fighting those two gold skeletons can be kind of risky because you're close to falling off the edge of the map. And they'll also do a lot of damage to you, so I wouldn't recommend fighting them. You can just sort of run past them. There's more of these fish things blocking the staircases, but you can get past them too. These fish things will shoot a magic beam at you. The hitbox on that magic beam is kind of wonky, so I would recommend you just like block it with a shield to like nullify most of the damage that it does. And then just run up behind it, kill it, and then heal yourself back to full if need be. Now this is the Grim Reaper here that's spawning those fish things, so just run up, hit him, and he'll fall down. You only have to hit him once. And just like that, another like almost 5,000 souls just for killing one Grim Reaper enemy. Pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, these mini guys will spawn. I believe these things will spawn even if you kill the Reapers. Jesus, they do a lot of damage to you. That was kind of embarrassing. Oh well. But yeah, you should be able to get through that room fairly easily. This next room, however, will not be quite as easy. But I promise you, you can use this strategy for your first playthrough or a New Game Plus playthrough. It doesn't really matter. I recommend you do what I'm about to do. Aggro this guy. Make him shoot his beam. Alright, if he will. After he shoots it, run back. The hitbox won't hurt you. Then you can quickly kill this guy around the corner. And that's how you do that. But yeah, if the fish enemy is like standing right here, and you're standing far away enough, like right about here, even if his laser hits you, it won't do damage to you because you're out of its hitbox range. So that's like the best way to get around him, I've found anyway. You just have to bait him to use the beam, and then get far away enough to where it won't hit you. And then after the beam passes over you, quickly run up, go around the corner, and kill the Reaper enemy. So that all the fishmen die. Now these little floating white balls are like explodey balls, kind of like those minecart explosives in World 2. Just sort of steer clear of them. They have a mind of their own. There isn't really a guarantee you'll be able to avoid those magic floating balls because they sort of go everywhere in this room. So if you see one coming close to you, just quickly like run or dodge out of the way and you should be fine. Because if they hit you, they will do that damage to you. Like they just did to me. Oh god. I'm not going to be killed by slugs. Not in this video. Still have the regenerator ring. There you can get Hiltless, which is a really good katana. Has very good scaling. The only problem with this sword is that it will injure you when you use it. So just to show it off. Maybe I have to take off the regenerator ring to show this. Wait, what? This katana is supposed to damage you when you use it, but it's not. It's not actually damaging me. Here, 725 HP. Yeah, still 725. Alright, I don't really know what's up with that. The Hiltless is supposed to damage you when you swing it, but for some reason it wasn't damaging me. So that's weird. Despite all the slugs and shit, I recommend you come down into this blue-looking murky water area, because there are a lot of items that these slugs are, like, guarding that can be kind of useful. Like that Hiltless we got. We also got the Ronin ring from it. I forgot to mention that. That's basically just like the bracing knuckle ring from Dark Souls 2. It adds more durability to your weapon. Well, it doesn't add more durability, it just reduces the rate of durability loss. Which can be useful if you're using a weapon that has very low durability, like I don't know, like a crossbow or something. I don't really know which weapons have low durability in this game. And then right up through here is the boss room. But we can go in right away because, you know, the boss isn't actually here yet. Get a free Legendary Warrior Soul while we're at it. This boss is very, very cool in my opinion. It's probably one of the coolest, like, bosses in this game. I don't think I would call it my favorite boss fight, but it's definitely a cool boss. But you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. We're just gonna skip this. You guys get this boss's gimmick yet? He's blind. He cannot see you. Now, this boss fight is kind of a joke if you use the Thief Ring. Because the idea is, when you hit this boss, he'll do a roar like that. If you're too close to him or if you hit him, he'll do a roar like that, and then he'll spot you. And then he'll run towards you and he'll start hitting you. But if you have the Thief Ring equipped, he'll do that roar, but he won't chase after you. So essentially you can sort of like break his AI. As you can see, he'll do the roar, but he still won't be able to find you. So you can just sort of hang back and hit him every now and then. And kill him with relative ease. Using the Thief Ring for this boss is like using warding for every other boss. It's honestly, it honestly feels cheap, because it is. That is an attack he does every now and then. Put his sword in the ground and he'll do a little explosion. Little radius. Avoid that. Yeah, see, he can't find it. Like, you saw that, he ran towards me, but then he immediately turned around and went back to being blind. The Thief Ring breaks this boss. It's quite good. This is why when we picked up the Thief Ring in my first episode, I called it one of the best rings in the game. It doesn't just help you for exploring. It helps you beat bosses like this too. This fight is almost over. There we go. Another demon vanquished. We're gonna quickly equip the Ring of Avarice, because that will give us extra souls after we kill him. But then we're gonna go back to the Thief Ring, because the next boss, which is the final boss of this area, as you can see, there's his boss fog. The final boss of this area is another boss that is very useful to have the Thief Ring for. And you'll see why in a minute. But before we fight him, we are going to do a little bit of leveling up.
I can force weapons.
A little bit of repairing. I still need way more Sharpstone just to get that shit.
That was what he said.
Yeah. Old Hero's gotta be one of the coolest fights in this game, just because, like, his gimmick is super interesting. He's just a boss that can't see you and can't hit you unless you're near him or unless you're hitting him. It's the only way he can see you. Honestly, so many cool boss fights in this game. I wish the other Souls games had cool boss fights like this too. But most of the Souls games now just have boss fights where it's like, oh, enemies have like hitboxes the size of Texas. And they attack like 20 times in rapid succession. It's not really good boss design. It's just made to be difficult rather than fun and interesting. But I digress. We'll level up a bit now. I think we'll probably try to go for 25 endurance as well, just so we can get more... Just so we can equip more stuff. 25 endurance seems like a decent amount. Yeah, still need a bit more to get the dull gold armor, or we're gonna have to use the Ring of Great Strength. One of the two. I want to go here real quick, because there's a thing I would like to do. With Blacksmith Ed. Oh, Lizard. Hi. 8 more Sharpstone for the collection. Oh, there's actually a summon sign here. Look at that. I'm actually surprised you can summon phantoms in a world for a boss you've already defeated in this game. I did not know you could summon people after defeating the area boss. Because you can't do that in Dark Souls. After you beat the area boss, you can't summon anyone anymore. It's kind of unfortunate. So short bow upgrades with hardstone. That's good, because there's something I would like to make this short bow into. That is it right here.
All done.
This short bow plus 7, combined with the hard demon soul that you can get from defeating the armor spider, can be turned into a very powerful boss weapon called a lava bow. The lava bow does a very decent amount of range damage in addition to having fire damage as well. And has pretty good scaling as well. The only reason it's not doing as much damage as this one is because I don't have the strength requirement for it. Also, it has more range than a short bow, so that's pretty good too. So yeah, if you can get your hands on... If you can get your hands on the armor spider soul, and you can save it, until you get a plus 7 short bow. I think a crossbow will also work. But if you can save that until you get a plus 7 short bow or crossbow, you can use the armor spider soul to make the lava bow, which is one of the best, like, boss weapon... One of the best boss weapons as far as, like, bows go. I'm sure there are better bows if you would rather have, like, a bow that does magic damage instead, but as far as, like, bows that do fire damage, the lava bow is where it's at. So I would definitely recommend that. Anyway, with all that out of the way, we are now going to fight the final area boss of this area. I'm not going to skip the cutscene for this because I think it looks amazing. Here we have the Storm King. You might wonder how we're going to beat this boss, since it's flying, and all of his enemies are flying enemies too. The trick to beating this boss is very simple. You just run over here. Get a couple crystal lizards on the way. I couldn't get the other one. And then right here you'll have a weapon. A lot of Souls veterans might recognize this weapon. The Storm Ruler. This weapon, when it is two-handed or one-handed, the heavy attack will throw air at an enemy in a shockwave, just like the Storm Ruler in all the other Souls games. Well, actually, it's only in Dark Souls 3 and this game. Yeah, this is how you're going to hit all the manta rays that are flying around. That's not too hard. You can also beat this boss. If you're using a ranged build or a bow build, you don't actually have to use the Storm Ruler to kill this boss. You can actually just hit him with your arrows instead. Well, the Storm Ruler is not required, but it does make it significantly easier. The music in this boss room is also very, very epic. I love it. This game just has great music in general, I think. And now, as you can see, when you kill enough of the manta rays, the big one will come down. All you have to do is really stay in this building, avoid the things that come after you, those little missiles he shoots at you. And then as he flies over you, you hit him. I missed with my first swing for some reason. Do that a few times and he will die. Oh god, he's gonna hit me. Yeah, he'll shoot missiles at you as he like comes down to the floor, as he comes down to the ground. He shoots out a bunch of missiles that do a lot of damage, so you want to usually take cover from that attack. One more cycle and he'll be dead. We'll try to kill his last child here. 2 last children. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. For some reason he still had his health bar even though he died. That was weird. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Storm King, another one of the coolest bosses in this game. Just a giant flying manta ray that shoots little mini manta ray missiles at you as he flies over you. Really cool. Really cool shit. And for beating him, you get pure Cloudstone. I think Cloudstone is used to, like, give your weapon... I don't actually remember what Cloudstone gives your weapon, but I know it's useful. And now, as always, we'll return to the Nexus and drop off our upgrade materials and our weapons. We'll also switch back to the Uchigatana, because...
I was what it said.
One of the only unfortunate things about the Storm King or the Storm Ruler weapon is the fact that outside of the Storm King boss fight, it is kind of useless. Because it will literally not do that much damage. Like, you saw it yourself. Its base power is 150, and it has no scaling. Which means that's as much damage as it will ever do, regardless if you two-hand it or not. It also only has 10 durability, and its durability goes down very fast if you use its special attack often. So it's not really a very good weapon outside of the boss room, which is kind of unfortunate because it's a really cool weapon. It just doesn't really have the damage to make it worthwhile. You can upgrade it up to +5, I believe, with colorless demon souls. But even at +5, it's not. It's still. I would still not say that it's worth it. Honestly. I wish it was. Yeah, now we'll do a little bit of inventory management here. This is another reason why I'm keeping Patches alive. It's not just the fact that he sells Half Moon Grass for cheap, but he also sells heavy arrows, which are very good. They do 85 physical damage, which is pretty good just for a standard arrow. He also sells the cat ring in case you didn't want to get it for free in the Valley of Defilement. And yeah, I think we're gonna buy a bunch of these arrows.
Yep.
They're actually pretty cheap too. It's only 50 souls each, so if you buy as you can see, I bought 200 of them, but I only lost like I only lost like fucking 3,000 souls for buying 200 of them. The only reason I have to come back and forth here is because item burden will not let me buy any extra ones. I mean, unless I equip this. I could just use the Ring of Herculean Strength for a minute here to transfer over some more arrows. We're gonna do this one more time. I think we have 436 arrows now, so we'll get 436, so we'll get 100. Or no, we'll get 264.
Yep, I'm back.
We only used up about 20,000 souls buying all these arrows. Not too bad. And now we have 700 heavy arrows to use. You might wonder why I bought 700 heavy arrows. And I will make that abundantly clear in a minute here. Once we deposit some of these rings that we're not going to use, like the Ring of Sincere Prayer, Ring of Magical Sharpness. Sodden Ring, don't really need that. We'll just try to put away some stuff just so we can make room for these arrows. Because we're going to need these arrows. I'll show you what we're going to need them for. I say we probably only need like 500. Since we have the lava bow and 30 dexterity, we should only need about 500 to do what we're going to do. And with the rest of our souls, we will... Yeah, we'll just upgrade our dex... Actually... Yeah, let's do health. Because health does increase your item burden. Yeah, health also increases your item burden, so... That'll help a little bit. And yeah. Yeah, we're unfortunately going to be forced to hold on to the Ring of Herculean Strength for now, since we have so many arrows. But I'll show you what we're going to be using those arrows for in a little bit. Where the fuck am I going? Alright, I think actually, I keep forgetting to use these, like, consumable souls. So we'll see if we can get another, like, level up from these. Oh yeah, easily. But before we do that, actually, there's another thing I want to do.
Oh, thanks to
Saint Urbane will spawn over here on pretty much the opposite side of Sage Frake. Oh fuck, I keep forgetting I need to have a certain faith level just to access the... miracle shop. So you know what? It might be a waste of a level up, but I'm gonna do this. See how many faith levels I actually need to access it. I think you might need 10 faith. Yeah, apologies for all this. Oh, thank God. Okay, now we can learn miracles. As you can see, it's pretty much the same as the other miracle shop. It's pretty much the same as Sage Frake's shop, except this guy gives you miracles instead of spells. A lot of these are really good. Like Resurrection can be really good if you got a phantom helping you in your world. And he's only there because he wants to get his human form back. This will send him back to his world and make him human. You could get Banished, which will make it so... I don't know if this will work on invaders, but it will work on Black Phantoms, like Black Phantom enemies, as a result of pure Black World tendency. You can get Second Chance, which is one of the more well-known ones. This just revives you. Well, it doesn't revive you, it just makes it so if you take a hit that would otherwise be fatal, you'll hang on with a little bit of extra health, so you won't die. Anti-Magic Field, God's Wrath. God's Wrath is really good. Yeah, a lot of these are really good. Evacuate is one of the best because it's basically just an infinite, like, homeward bone, sort of. You just need 20,000 souls for it. So I'm definitely going to have to save up for that at some point. But anyway, it looks like once again we've reached our time limit. Sorry, again, if this episode may seem a little unproductive. I thought we made some decent progress in this episode, though. We beat the old hero, we beat the Storm King, and we did a little bit of upgrading, so yeah. Thanks for all the support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part.